Hi there, I'm Neil Van Niekerk. I'm a photographer in New Jersey. I've run a blog, the Tangents blog, and I have a number of books on lighting, and I have a studio in New Jersey, so I do all kinds of wedding and portrait photography work. And I'm here with my friend Cate Scaglione. She's one of New Jersey's best boudoir photographers.
Thank you.
Sounds like I hesitated there, like I wasn't quite sure what you do. Boudoir photographer.
Hi, I'm Cate. I'm a longtime friend of Neil's. Not only has he been a great friend, but also he's an excellent educator, and we collaborate on many projects together, so this is a new one for us.
Yeah, so where this came from is, a while back Cate and I had a conversation about the different approaches that a male and female photographer would have in photographing a boudoir client, whether male or female. And I'm kind of not into that idea that there's necessarily a gender difference in difference in the way that the photographer's gender would influence the style, because there are just so many photographers. But anyway, where it led to is photographing one of Cate's clients.
And conversely, I actually believe that there are some inherent differences, male versus female, in terms of what you bring as a person to the shoot, but I still think you can get the same outcomes. Maybe the approach might be a little bit different based on gender and how you coach. However, the way the project came about is I have a client who's a professional model and a television and movie actor, and he approached me to fill his portfolio for some new casting opportunities. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to kind of test this idea that we had, and I asked Neil to come in and also to help fill the client's portfolio with some diversity of work that would be very different in approach and have a different style, mood, and feel.
So we had Nick here in Cate's studio, and Cate has a lovely studio here. It's big and airy and lots of available light. So Cate photographed during the day using the usual style of available light, and I came in late in the evening when it was all dark, so I relied on the more portrait lighting with Pro-Photo B1s, more dramatic light. So inherently there will be differences in the available light versus the studio lighting, and then we obviously have our own styles and own approach. So this is what we have here, two clips where Cate runs through her session and then I run through my session. Have fun.
What's interesting is that we both left each other to our own devices, so I actually left the studio to leave Neil here so that he would be able to kind of do it in his own way without any kind of supervision, interference. We wanted to really surprise each other and how we would approach it, and I think it was kind of surprising.
Yeah. So I had no idea, obviously I know how Cate shoots, I'm aware of her work, but on the day I had no idea what she had shot, or how she had posed him, or where she had shot, or what nooks and crannies she used in the studio.
I might also add that I noticed when we kind of saw the outcomes of each other's shoots that our approach was entirely different. Like Neil is very specific and methodical, and his method worked incredibly well to make sure that the lighting would show off the client's body in a very specific way. And for me, I was shooting a little bit more with the intention of editorial photography and maybe more male boudoir, so that I was capturing more of the emotion of what he was trying to get for certain casting roles.
So there we have it. Enjoy.
Men's portraiture, I just think it's like there's such a beautiful, especially people that are into fitness, it's gorgeous. Like you're celebrating the body, and it's the same thing with women. And I want you to just kind of morning stretch. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm using a 50mm lens right now because I want to just get a little bit of scale of the room with him in it, more environmental shots. Just slide that foot down just a little bit. Good, perfect. Oh, love it. And then what I'm going to do now, because his face looks amazing and he's completely in the zone, I'm going to switch to an 85, which will bring me in closer to his face, which I love. Pop the window a bit to turn, yep, good. A lot of the time I shoot with a 50, I use the Sigma art lens, but for some reason the intimacy of this shoot is really calling for like an 85, and I'm loving what it's doing for him. And this is where I'm going to get some of your abs. So the focus is right on me, with your eyes. I love it. I never ever really want to touch a client, male or female, without asking their permission, because we just want to maintain that boundary of professionalism. So if it's okay, I'm just going to adjust your shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to show him the back of the camera now, and sometimes I do this with clients just to let them see one or two so that they don't obsess over the photos, but also they see how amazing they look, then they get so confident.
More inspiration.
Because as soon as you see it, he's going to be like, all right, I'm good.
All right, let's do it.
This is the same reaction I get all the time when they see the back of the camera, they get very excited.
Oh, let's go!
So I keep my 85 on here because I want to get his face. And remember when I say Nikki, you're gonna look right at me, close your eyes. And Nikki, slow motion at me. Now this arm is giving me a little bulk, so if there's a way that you can lean, but let that other hand kind of go through the hair. Good, he's engaging his abs the whole time he's doing this, good. We're still using the 85. Good, and Nikki, some eye contact. Gorgeous. So the key here is just trying to make sure that when you're in bed, you're really relaxed and we're maintaining that. Everything 85. Going great. We are both very comfortable right now at this point. You know, I always say to clients, they're so nervous when they first start. And for me, you know, I have a warm-up period too. It doesn't matter how long I've been shooting, how many people I've shot. Every client is so different that I feel like I have to warm up with them. And it usually takes about 10 minutes for both of us. And I would say no more than 10 minutes, because then after that, everybody starts feeling comfortable. I showed him the back of the camera, made him more confident. And I think it made the shoot flow a lot easier. So I always recommend that to other photographers, just to kind of, you know, put the client at ease and make them feel confident. If you're seeing great stuff on your camera, let them experience that too. Sometimes I have to rig my own little props, so I'm not overly technical with equipment because I love to shoot natural light for everyone, male, men, women, everyone, kids. So I'm just using this stool. I'm rigging myself with a little silver reflector. I'm gonna get a little pop on him. I chose silver because I want a little bit of specular light to pop on his muscles and make him look a little bit glossy. And it's also giving this beautiful catch light in his eyes since we're losing light of the day. To me, this is like super hot right now. I'm shooting him a little brighter now because we have this beautiful soft light on his face, and it just gives us a little variety in the shoot. So great. I'm gonna go above him and do this. This is a beautiful angle.
Will look more teeth all the way and then nothing. Okay, it's going to be the whole range again. Boom, and hit me, and smile, and teeth, and little smoke, and great. Okay, so for the headshots, they wanted a very clean, open light against the white wall. So I just bounced my flash against that white wall, flood of light. I angled it slightly, about 30 degrees off to the side, which gives a slight bit of shadow on one side. A little bit more light, but it's subtle, but it's still a clean, open look. I put on the Magnum reflector so it doesn't bounce over too much. This way I still get some subtle form of modeling by rotating the light a little bit of slow that way. And it helps concentrate the light. And give me bad boy smoke. Just kind of look towards there. Open this elbow a little bit more. And lift that elbow again. Okay. Okay, so bouncing the flash this way, we get soft, even light with a bit of a shading on the one side, a little more brightness on the other side. But to get a lot more control, I'm going to go with a 1x6 strip box, so we can get dramatic light, which will help with the definition. And we'll also try for chiaroscuro lighting. Look towards the light, roll slightly away from the wall here. Drop it in slightly. So immediately with this, we really get the definition of his muscles, because with side lighting, the strip of the strip box helps contain the light. But we're going to do even more. We're going to control how much light falls in the background versus him, and then if we play it carefully, we can have a darker wall, but he's lit up, and we have him in between that change between the light and the shadow in the background. Drop the elbow a little bit more. Go for it more. This shot looks like that.
Holy shit.
Okay, so you don't change the position because I need to figure the light and then we'll figure out your posing. It's like really an inch makes a massive difference. Drop this elbow here and leave in. Cast your eyes down. Rotate your body.
The reveal.
Turn. Tilt your head a little more over. Drop your chin. Now look to me. Rotate away from me, but keep your gaze. Camera. And away. We are good. So we got that.
That!
Rotate your body a little more open to me. Continue. Left hand move it a little higher on your thigh. Too much? No. That's too feminine. A little more on it. There we go. Where? Turn your head slightly away from me. Slight fists with the fingers. Relax. Your left hand more out. Rotate away from me. You turn your face towards the wall. No, my wall, sorry. And your right hand open as well. And lean over, it's really dramatic. Okay, so we started off with just the bounce flash, which gave us lovely soft light. Loved it. Then we went to more dramatic light. Now I want to go back to the soft light, but still with a bit of drama. So what I'm going to do is have this as a general full light, maybe a stop, maybe 2 stops under, just to lift it. And with this, the gridded strip box, 1x3 strip box, just bring dramatic light just on his face. And camera, lift the chin. Bring the hand around on your chin.